Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Goblin Slayer. Now last week I believe there was a recap episode or something which I did not watch, but that being the case, it's kind of been a bit longer than usual since our last real plot-focused episode. But I believe it was just a breather episode, episode 10, just getting, drinking, repairing equipment, talking to your guild, your teammates, that good stuff. So I don't think there was too much to remember from that episode. Although I do think we had kind of a depressing talk near the end, but in any case, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Show contains scenes that some viewers may find disturbing. But how many, really? That's the question. I love the build up to where the song really starts. Huh. I do kind of want to see a character just roll the dice in the show itself. I think that would be great. I mean, I think that'd be cool. They could be about to do some epic battle and someone's like, hold up, I gotta roll real quick for a perception check. And then they're like, what are you doing? Just attack. Oh, right, this isn't, okay, I got you. And then he actually just attacks regularly. I think that would be funny. Oh yeah, now that I remember, now that just clicked in my head, didn't we see goblin footprints near the end of last episode? I think that was a thing. Yeah, that's the expected response. Yeah, the goblins are coming, so you don't want to stay here. Not really, not in this kind of situation, it's not a guarantee. It's an open field. But this is not that, no. Probably a hobgoblin or a goblin champion. Oh, the king of goblins. What a scary thought. That's definitely a problem then. Yeah, then I agree. We need to run. Yeah, not fun memories. It's a good question, not a lot there. Okay, that makes sense. But you are the Goblin Slayer. Only a fool would face the goblins in an open field. Will she do it, though? Okay. I guess it wasn't a yes. Yeah, there we go. As soon as okay wasn't taken as a yes, I knew it. I do as well, so there you go. I don't want Cowgirl to die. Or, you know, have that happen to her. It wasn't the best home ever anyway, it was just, you know, a farm. We could bring them with us, maybe some of them. But I can see the point. Kind of a hard position to be in. We'll probably just have to just... Yeah, don't be making that face. It's far too adorable. Anyway, we'll have to set up our defenses as best we can and just hope for the best. Maybe get our party to help out. Maybe set up a very quick wall. Or partial wall. No, girls can protect themselves. Don't you know about feminism? She really is. Too good for this world. Too late. Okay. We know where we stand now. Guild girl! You didn't say hi to me. What's up with that? Spearman. I need help with a little something. Protecting my home, mostly. I wonder how this is gonna go. He was, but, you know... Yeah, recently has been a bit more. I just don't see this going particularly well. Well, of course. Yeah, it's a bit different. That got their attention. No way, this is Goblin Slayer. He knows what he's talking about in the subject. You guys, you got a lot of screen time. You guys can help. Yeah, not a lot of time. You're just telling them how it is. It's just a matter of whether or not they think this is worth helping out with. Which I assume at least some of them will be, you know, a few of the mainish character ones. Maybe our witch. I mean, I'm sure his main party will help out. Desi. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that's where he was going with this. I don't know how much he has really to pay. I mean, they have a point, you know. Unless you're really good friends, you're not just gonna risk your life to help someone. Generally speaking. I'll let you live. Well... Wow. Wow. Yeah, that would be the reason why. He is so serious. Nothing new there. He is always serious. Ow. Well, that's good. The bargain. I am very grateful. Thank you. Now she's allowed to go. I would love for her to take me on a real adventure. Damn, as expected of our dwarf. We are a party. Yeah, you're part of it too, man. You gotta be a part of it. Cheese? Yeah, that was obvious. He's a simple man, but... Yeah, I mean, you can make that stuff with the farm stuff, so... Yes, here we go. I knew the witch would be a part of it. Oh, well, priestess, yeah, she... I kind of forgot about her, but yeah, she should help too. Wow, that's... that worked out well. I'm sure it will be. I know, right? But yeah, where is priestess? Yeah, but there's a reward involved, so... Wow. Yeah, that's the only reason. This is actually going much better than I expected. Uh, well, time to do it. Yeah, I bet you heard that. The porcelain warriors did not end well with Goblin's quests. This is an oddly heartwarming scene. It would not be the same without him, no. But yeah, that reward money definitely changed some attitudes. You have my axe, and my sword, and my bow, and my everything else. I do love the guild girl a lot as well. This is definitely a smile worth protecting. Where'd you even come from, priestess? Were you hiding behind a pole or something? Because I did not see you in this episode until just now. Those goblins don't know what they're getting themselves into. Well, the scouts saw... Is that gonna affect what they do? Things are so creepy. Just the wiggling and unsettling. That's... oh wow. Multiple hobgoblins. I'm sure that was a very inspirational speech, you know, that you'd find in some Hollywood movie. Before an epic battle. Rudy, you want to stay in that cage, trust me. Here they come. Not super quickly, but they're coming. Oh, this stuff again. I'm not sure I would find that funny, but... Goblins play dirty. Looks like it finally kicked in. I was waiting for that. I would love to sleep with you. And here we go. Secure the shields. Get wrecked. Yeah, pretty messed up for shields. I could never imagine doing something like that. That is a very good thing. Yes, get in there, Berserk. Man, somebody works out. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Little buggers. Good to see some of his skills, though. Also very good. Might want to block that or just have it fly away. That works too. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Stay within range of that. Maybe you should have. Are they rotting wolves? I really am watching slime. This is getting crazy. Only difference is we have a Goblin Lord on this show as opposed to an Orc Lord of that show. Man, that's just a scary thing. The Goblins on top of a mount. What are we lifting? Oh, okay. That's gonna hurt. Man, you get blood all over you. Yes, off with their heads, all of them. That's a very good way to stop the mounts right there. Don't get scared of the dead goblin. I don't know, they do play dead, so might want to be careful. Good thing he had armor on. Good God, that woman is just a beast. She just crushed that kid's head. I said the same thing. Always invest in protection, it can save you. Whew. Yes, because, you know, most goblin fights happen in caves, where it's their territory. Yeah. Did not know they trained wolves, that's very interesting. I bet there's a very panicked goblin. Apparently he doesn't appreciate failure. Oh god. A goblin champion, I think that is? It's kind of hard to tell. Yes, despite what people seem to say about him, he is a legit high-ranking adventurer. Even if he doesn't consider himself one because of the way he does things. Okay, that's a problem. Some girl's in trouble. What was that? A corpse flying by? Yeah, come on. Good. Fight him. You got this, man. Is that his official title? Okay, I was right. Oh, damn. One of those things are bad enough. It's like a raid boss, just one of those things. Yes, you go have fun with that. Everyone has their thing. But yeah, the main character-looking characters have to take them down. Yeah, porcelain guys might want to step back a bit. No, yelling right back at him. Man, when you can lock weapons with a beast like that, you're pretty good adventurer. You could have some of my water, you know. You don't mind the indirect Kisu. Yeah, I'm sure he's more of a big monster kind of guy. What, Goblin Slayer? If you're talking about him, he's probably off slaying goblins, just my assumption. Stop the grunting. He's gonna make sure no one escapes, I guess. That does make sense. That's a much bigger concern in an open field than is in a cave. And nobody else is gonna care about that as much as him, so that's what he does. To slay some goblins. Yep, word for word. He is a terrifying man. And judging by his armor, he's already slayed a few tonight. That was a really cool way to end it off. Yeah, that was a pretty good episode. Definitely no shortage of goblin slaying in this episode of Goblin Slayer. I still don't fully understand this shot, though. Goblin Slayer looking through his helmet at himself. I guess there's probably some deep symbolism to that. Like taking a hard look at himself, I don't know, but it always looks so weird. Whew. You know, I think we should have a guard or two protecting Cowgirl, but... Next time, the fate of an adventure. Okay, that was the 11th episode of Goblin Slayer. And this episode, yeah, this was pretty intense. Definitely not a breather episode like, you know, last episode. This time, we had the whole goblins were nearby scouting. We saw the footprints thing that I almost forgot about. I just barely remembered it when the episode began. And he tried to talk to Cowgirl about just leaving. Because he knew what was up. He knew there was a lot of scouts. Going to be a lot of goblins coming tonight or tomorrow night. And it's a problem. Not something he can deal with by himself. Protecting that big open field farm area from all those goblins. And definitely could not do so without letting any escape. That's no way. So it's really just running was the best strategy. However, Cowgirl wasn't having any of it. You know, that's her home. That's where they make a living. That's their way of life. That's Goblin Slayer's home, and doesn't want him to lose another home. So there was plenty of reasons why she decided she wanted to stay, but it's still not a great idea. So the only thing Goblin Slayer can really do at that point is to make sure they have the best chance to just fight the goblins. So that meant going to the guild and pretty much making a request to the adventurers to help out, which didn't go super well initially, which makes sense, you know. These people are adventurers. They risk their life in exchange for a reward that makes it worth doing so, you know. So Goblin Slayer is not exactly in a position to hire a bunch of high-ranking adventurers, you know. So that was a bit of a struggle. You know, I was pretty sure his main party would help at the very least, which could do a good job, you know. I don't know if it'd be enough or not, but definitely getting High Elf Archer, Dwarf, Lizard Man, Priestess, you know, all of them I'm sure could do a pretty good job defending the farm, but, you know, it's a lot of ground to cover, so it's hard to say exactly how well that would go, really. But, yeah, luckily things took a bit of a turn when there was some sort of guild agreement thing where they would get paid based on the goblins that they kill. So that means makes sense for them to, you know, join this quest and kill a bunch of goblins, and everything just kind of worked out in the end. It probably also helped that he was able to show his convictions, you know, with his conversation with Spearman over there. You know, willing to give up literally everything he owns except, you know, for his life to protect it. And the only reason why he wasn't willing to give that up is because it would make somebody cry, and he already agreed not to do that. I just love how weirdly serious Goblin Slayer is. It's pretty funny. But yeah, the feelings got through to him, and he was willing to help out, and then everybody else said, I'll help out too, me too, and they all kind of gave their own reasoning, you know, like, hey, he's kind of annoying, but it wouldn't be the same without him. Yeah, the one guy that apparently Goblin Slayer helped kill goblins in his, like, home village or whatever, so he's indebted to him for that, and everyone just kind of saying their piece, and then standing up and saying, you have my sword, you have my axe, you have my bow, you know, that sort of thing. And everyone, by the time it was over, everyone was ready. And then the priestess showed up like at the very end of that scene. Don't know where she was before, but I don't know why she didn't show up sooner. But, you know, there she is. She really did not get much screen time at all in that whole episode, really. Like, even after she showed up at the 13-ish minute mark, she still didn't show up much after that, like, at all. Like, High Elf Archer had more screen time than she did. And I really did love that scene with her, too, when she finally jumped down. Just, I don't know, that bit with her and everything she was saying and that just adorable face she has. I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. See, and then obviously the conflict is what happened next. And since Goblin Slayer is the one that's kind of leading this whole thing, we have tons of anti-goblin, you know, measures to go through. We have the sleeping spell, Stupor I think it was subbed as, which, you know, kind of made them all knock out. And the witch had a straight-up spell that just called Sleeping, I think. I think that's what she said. You know, basically crowd control, essentially. And big problem, though, was the goblins having the shields that were literally, you know, human women shields. Which is pretty messed up for several reasons. Part of me can respect just how much usage they managed to get out of their, you know, kidnapped victims. But at the same time, that's still really messed up, so a bit of a conflict feelings there. But, you know, it wasn't too much of an issue because we just knocked them out and took the shields and then just took them off them. So it didn't end up being too bad there. And then we were able to just deal with the goblins that are still awake. Of course, it wasn't super easy because they apparently ride wolves now, because why not? But again, we had measures against that. We had these giant spikes to just stab them, and then after the ones that were stabbed are just kind of hanging there, we lop off heads and kill them and go get the ones behind them. We basically did pretty well. Luckily, Goblin Slayer explained the plan after we already saw the plan, because if he explained it before, it probably wouldn't work, because that's kind of a rule of fiction there. So it all went pretty well. However, there are still Goblin champions to deal with. Plural, 2. At least 2 of them to deal with, so definitely a problem, because one of those guys, like our main party, struggled against one of them. That they're serious business. Luckily, we have a lot of more people now, and some of them are very experienced adventurers that are used to taking on like big, like real non-goblin things, you know, like big monsters and stuff. So some of them aren't really fully used to dealing with those little goblins, you know, creatures that are the size of children. If you have a sword that's like bigger than you, that's not really something you do. So you get a bit more excited when you see a goblin champion. So that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. But yeah, the action was great to watch. You know, arrows flying, spells being cast, blocking your sword with a giant club with a goblin champion. All pretty cool stuff. Don't know how much more I have to say on that, really. But yeah, the fight's going pretty well so far. Nothing has went too wrong, which is why I'm a little bit worried the cowgirl might have a bit of a close call there. if not worse. So I'm a little bit concerned about that because I didn't see a guard near her. I mean, there's some people that are near the building, but I don't know if they're like anyone's in there to more directly immediately offer protection. But hopefully it's fine. Hopefully. But yeah, as cool as the fighting was, I still think the guild recruiting segment might have been my favorite part. Just that was really heartwarming stuff to see the guild really come together like that against a common enemy. The horribleness of goblins. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that scene quite a bit. Even though for a little bit it looked like it was going to go bad, but it came back around and went fine. Get to see some characters we haven't seen like much of in the show, like actually doing anything. Like we see Spearman and Witch and stuff, but they don't really we don't follow them in their adventures or anything. So this was a chance to actually see them out in the field, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Spearman with his amazing slashing ability, Witch with her cool spells, and her enjoyable speech pattern, all great stuff to see. And just, seeing High Elf Archer get so flustered was pretty enjoyable as well. But in any case, yeah, pretty good episode. I believe the next one's the final one. I can check real quick. Yeah, episode 12 should be the final episode. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully no one we care about dies. We can hope, right? I mean, for the most part, I don't think any characters that we care about have died in the show. I mean, episode 1 obviously had that huge slaughter of the rookie party just to set the right tone for the anime itself, but ever since then, I don't think we've had anyone that we really cared about die. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Even the two rookies that, the guy and the girl that we see periodically doing stuff, neither of them have died either. So, I don't know. The show really got a reputation for that kind of reputation because of episode 1, but really there hasn't been any main character deaths. Like, this is no Attack on Titan or anything. So, I wonder if they will kill off anyone we care about final episode. Because the most likely candidate to me would be the cowgirl, but I just hope that's not the case, personally. But I guess we'll see when it happens. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.